Oh, are we live? I think we're live. Hopefully, hopefully I'm live. Yes, I am live. All right, here we go. Let's see. Yeah, I'm live. Good. Happy to hear that. Got some annoying messages. That's great. How you guys doing? A lot of snow outside. Hope you guys are keeping safe, keeping warm, and everything else. Um, I'm excited. I'm really happy about this. Like I said, I'll get into the whole stuff of the IHSA later about early on, and then I'll get into the top 10 places, top 10 everything, the list. Probably going to piss off a lot of people. Not going to lie, piss off a lot of Chicago Catholic League people. I've already gotten some nice texts from them because they know that I'm going to piss them off. But let's get started, shall we? My name is Peter Lionberg, aka Coach Big Pete, publisher 6 of DeepDishFootball.com. Make sure you follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. My email, if you have any questions or complaints, is CoachBigPeteFP@gmail.com. CoachBigPeteFP@gmail.com. Also, follow me on Snapchat, Instagram. I'm everywhere. I'm on Tumblr now too. I'm also follow Deep Dish Football, the IHSA football family / nation on Reddit, as there is a Reddit page now for IHSA football. Be sure you check it out. And I will put the top 10 list on the YouTube as well. The video will be on the YouTube and everything else and all that whole shebang. Quick reminder again, this live stream is for the Deep Dish Football Fundraiser. We're at 65%. Just got a $25 donation. Thank you, Anonymous, for the $25 donation. Be sure you check it out. Again, it goes to a new computer, new microphone. And as you can see, the bad footage on this camera, it goes to a new camera as well. So you can see my beautiful face in extra HD. I know, it's crazy. Also, I'm still doing recruiting advisement sessions for free. If you want a free recruiting advisement session, I do it with parents, players. I just did a recruiting advisement session with a whole team. Coach had a big widescreen television, put me on the widescreen television to talk to all the kids and that. Feel free, schedule a free recruiting advisement session. Again, my email is coachbigpetefp@gmail.com. Also, as we get more into this, stuff, let's talk about the big news. IHSA gave the go-ahead. We now have a 6-week football schedule. I'm excited about this. Mid-March going into April. Can't wait. I'm happy for the kids. And that's all that matters is the kids. So anyone that's bitching and complaining, well, we didn't get any playoffs or we didn't get a full schedule, what were you expecting? This is the best situation right now for the kids. And the kids get to play football. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. You don't matter. It's the kids. That's the only thing that matters. I'm happy they're playing football. I know some of the media members are angry because they're not. It sounds like they're not going to allow media members into the games. Who cares? I don't care. I really don't care. The main thing was that we got these kids playing football. That's all that matters. I'm sure they're going to have a video camera there. I'm sure they're going to shoot it up on Huddle. It does not matter to media members. It should not matter to anybody else but the kids. That is the most important thing about high school football. I have to stress this over and over. It does not matter that we do not have playoffs or any of that. These kids finally get to play a game that they love, and they get to play football. I'm excited about it, and I'm happy. I'm really happy. Also, good news too. The COVID rate number is down. It was down yesterday, it was down today. This is good news, and I'm really excited about it. Again, wash your hands, keep your mask on. We're not out yet. These kids, to play football, we have to follow the rules, the precautions. It is very important that we follow these precautions. Wash the hands, wear the face mask, social distance, and when the vaccine is available, please take it to you. When the vaccine is available to you, please take it. We have to do these precautions, people. This is very serious. We're not out of the woods yet. But for these kids to play football, wash your hands, wear a mask, and social distance. Also, class of 2021 list is going to be deleted tomorrow off the watch list for Deep Dish Football. February 27th, the brand new watch list comes out with the brand new class of 2024 watch list. Make sure I have your information. Fill out the Deep Dish Football Recruiting Questionnaire on the website. It's in the contact information. It's also on the watch list page as well. Make sure I have your information, especially the class 2024. I know you have no huddle. I know some of you have a fall practice huddle. That's fine with me. If you can, give me your 8th grade highlights. I know I don't like doing 8th grade highlights, but please make sure I have your information and fill out the recruiting questionnaire. All right. So let's piss off a lot of people. Let's get started. The class of 2022 top recruits in the state of Illinois. Now, again, this is from my view, my scouting viewpoint, especially me talking to college coaches, and just talking to scouts and just having a feel for that where the recruit is. And again, rankings and stars do not matter. I'm going to say this again. Rankings and stars do not matter. I thought this was going to be fun. This is just for fun. The best fit for the best team is what matters in college football. If that player fits that scheme, fits that coaching staff, and fits that program and school, that is the main thing about recruiting. So, let's get started. All right. For the number one player, and this is big news from this week, big transfer from Cardinal Ritter in Missouri. The number one player in Illinois is Luther Burden Jr., wide receiver, East St. Louis. Just transferred to East St. Louis. The kid is special. The kid is something special. He scares me half to death if I was a secondary coach. A basketball star as well. But Luther Burden is number one. Number two on the list, Caleb Brown, athlete, St. Rita. Caleb Brown does it all. He can do it all, catch the ball in the backfield. He is one of those elite Catholic school athletes that scares everyone half the shit. He's that player. Number three, Sebastian Cheeks, linebacker, Evanston. Sebastian Cheeks, what more can you say? Athleticism, makes big plays on defense, will put a licking on you. He's a hell of a player. Number four, Deuce McGuire, offensive line, Marist. The kid is a living wall. The kid's a living wall. I'm very impressed with him, and especially his center to low gravity. Number 5, Jimmy Liston, offensive lineman, Fenwick. Two-sport athlete, especially with wrestling. Again, great background for wrestling, great leverage, and great handwork. I really like Jimmy Liston. Still a little raw. I think he's still going to get more. There's still more potential there in Jimmy Liston. Number 6, Velen Erickson, offensive lineman, St. Rita. Again, another offensive lineman. What's Illinois known for? Illinois is a beef state. They produce some of the best offensive linemen and defensive linemen. That has just been the history of Illinois. And Velen Erickson is one of those guys in St. Rita. Definitely is a hell of a player. I can't wait to see when Caleb Brown goes behind him. It's always impressive. Number 7, Tyler Morse, wide receiver, Nazareth Academy. Athleticism is just completely impressive. I think what the big thing is going to see is with Tyler Morse is how he reacts with the new quarterback. I think a lot more college coaches are looking at that, and let's see. I think he can rack up a little bit more offers getting into the spring. Next one, number 8, Ahmad Robinson, defensive back, East St. Louis. He's got so much potential, this kid. He could go up to number 2, number 1 on the list within a couple weeks, within these 6 weeks that they're playing at East St. Louis. I am really impressed with Ahmad Robinson. Love his hip work, love his change of direction against the wide receiver, and love his tracing of a wide receiver. Number 9, Yasser Al-Awadi, Offensive lineman, Maine East. The kid is just a huge monster of a man. 6'8", 6'7", 6'8", if I'm not mistaken. Just great hands and great aggressiveness. Plays off the ball. Really like him. Number 10, the number 10 player on my class of 2022 top recruits. Reggie Flamera of Naperville Central, wide receiver. The kid is unbelievable. Makes plays off of his legs. Great hands. And I love the way he runs routes. Definitely a kid that you have to check out. Now, again, this is a watch list. Not a watch list. These are rankings. Rankings mean crap in recruiting. Please understand it. Rankings mean crap in recruiting. College coaches do not care about it. College coaches do not care about stars. They don't give a crap about that. It's their individual scouting, so please understand that. All right. And later on, I'll be doing the top 10 quarterbacks in the state of Illinois for the class of 2022. And I'll be pissed off even more people. And I am already getting some text messages. Thank you so much. All right. Top 10 programs in the IHSA now. Now, what I mean for top 10 programs in the IHSA, winning is a little part. I'm talking about atmosphere. I'm talking about coaching staff. I'm talking about just discipline within the team. Those are the things that I'm talking about in the top 10 programs in the IHSA for now. For now. Please understand, for now. These are the top 10 programs, and this is just from my perspective. From my perspective, okay? Please don't crucify me. Do not crucify me, Chicago Catholic League. Please, do not. All right. And the number one team, I'm going to do honorable mention. Honorable mention first. Merrill Forsyth is on honorable mention list. Loyola Academy is on my honorable mention list. And Prairie Ridge is on my honorable mention list for top 10 programs. Number 10, Nazareth Academy. What more can you say about Nazareth Academy? They're unbelievable. Coach Racky, he does a wonderful job. It's a great atmosphere. They're winning. And you got to give a heads up to Joey Felice, too, as a recruiting coordinator for Nazareth Academy. He does a wonderful job. And Nazareth is, they're just going to do damage within just in the coming years. They're a special team. And I really think what really set them apart was, again, like that 2005, 2004, from when, and especially in the 90s when Moran built up that program of Nazareth Academy. They're doing wonderful things there. Number 9, Phillips. I love what Troy McAllister's did with that team. He's built a program. He's given those kids something special, and those kids are great kids. Well-disciplined, just a hell of a football team. The Phillips football team is. They're a great program. Number 8, Sacred Heart Griffin. What more can you say? Ken Leonard, probably one of the best coaches in the state of Illinois, top 10 coaches in the state of Illinois. You can say one of the winningest coaches. Great staff, coaching staff. Does a wonderful job recruiting in the central Illinois area. But Sacred Heart Griffin is number 8. Number 7, and the state championships help as well. Number 7, Lena Winslow. Lena Winslow, Coach Arn, he has done a wonderful job with Lena Winslow. Lena Winslow, they just get some talented players. And it's a small public school. I have to say that again. It's a small public school. And Lena Winslow, that's a program. That's a program. It's winning. And a great atmosphere. NUIC football is always a great atmosphere. Number 6, Lincoln Way East. Lincoln Way East, to me, is a program. Again, they have talented players. Yes, they do have talented players. But what does the coach do with them? And Coach Zovanar, to me, does a wonderful job. He teaches discipline to those kids. He has those kids motivated every week. There's a great atmosphere. There's a positive atmosphere at that high school for that football program. That's why I have Lincoln Way East at number 6. Number 5 is a tie, and it's a funny tie. Number 5 is Mount Carmel and Joliet Catholic. 2 private school institutions. Mount Carmel's good on Mount Carmel first. Just a tremendous history. And the new head coach of this is his 3rd year, Coach Lynch. Coach Jaws of Joliet Catholic the same way. The tradition of Joliet Catholic. It's a school that you want to play for. And when you go out of state, the two biggest schools that people talk about besides Rochester are Joliet Catholic and Mount Carmel. Those are the two institutions of Illinois high school football to me. Number 4, Glenbard West. I'm always impressed with Glenbard West, but I'm impressed with the way they get their kids motivated to play. I'm impressed with what they're able to do with the ability of talent that they have on that level and how they apply it to their kids. Glenbard West, to me, and Coach Hetlett, Coach Rick Heckman, who I consider one of the best defensive line coaches in the state and even in the Midwest, do a wonderful job with that defense, especially the 3-3 stack defense. But a great job. Number 3, Batavia football. All right, so for Batavia football, for me, it's just the atmosphere, the townspeople, the people that support it. The Coach Pyron, former Batavia graduate, coming back, coaching his team, that coaching staff. Everything is just so well built and put together as a team. I'm just shocked. I'm in awe with Batavia football and the way that they're able, their town, to get pumped up atmosphere. I'm going to say this right now, that area of Batavia, St. Charles, has amazed me, in Geneva has amazed me. And I know Geneva, they don't have really good record. But the amount of people that come out for the games, my hat's off to them. And that's just impressive. Because you have a lot of schools, not a lot of people come out to the games now. Number 2, East St. Louis. And I know I'm going to get a hair from East St. Louis. A lot of respect to their fans, respect to that school, the tradition of that school, of winning. Yes, they have top-tier talent, but you can't just win with top-tier talent. You have to have discipline. You have to have motivation. And East St. Louis, those coaching staffs in the past years, 70s, 80s, 90s, all the way back, have done a magnificent job. And to me, they're the number 2 program in Illinois. Number 1, Rochester Rockets. I know that's going to piss off a lot of people. How come you didn't do more Catholic League schools? Why didn't you do that? Rochester, to me, is golden from the up to the bottom. Derek Leonard, their defensive coaching staff, the offensive line coaching staff, they've won the best offensive line coaches in the Midwest that I personally believe. The people of Rochester, the fans of Rochester, it's a great, positive environment to be a football player in and going to Rochester. But Rochester is number 1. So that is the other top 10 list. Now you can crucify me. All right. So let's go into the second page. Top 10 high school coaches in IHSA for now. They're currently IHSA coaches. And this is going to piss off some people. And I know it's going to piss off some people. Number 10, Jeff Rentz, Wilmington. To me, Jeff Rentz always fields a team. They like to hit. They get after the ball. They act as a single-body team. There's discipline. There's no flash boat. There's none of that. Jeff Rentz, to me, is the number 10 coach in the state of Illinois. Number 9, Tim Rackey, Nazareth Academy. We can talk about private school and all the talent that they have, but you still got to put them on the field. And Tim Rackey does a great job. He's one of the top defensive minds in the Midwest, and he did it from Driscoll to Nazareth Academy. Tim Rackey, to me, is just an impressive thing. Does it hurt that he went to a private school and he's able to recruit? Yeah, that is something with his numbers. But Tim Rackey, to me, is a top-tier coach. And then you can also talk about Kusick from St. Rita. He's also good. Joe Lynch is climbing up there. Oswego East coach, he's been very impressive as well. Bradley Bourbonnais coach Mike Cole, he's an impressive coach. But Tim Rackey at number 9. Number 8, Dennis Pyron of Batavia. This guy, this guy's just overall impressive. Just the way that he runs his program, from bottom to top, from the top tier guys to the small guys, he cares about. He shows respect, and I really liked in this Pyron. Mero Forsyth, Josh Jostis, what he's been able to do with that team, especially 3A, always in the playoffs, always kicking ass, always a disciplined football team. Josh Jostis is my number 7 player, 7 coach. Number 6, Brad Seaberg, Cary Grove. Again, less talent on the field, but gets those kids to play. I have a lot of respect for Brad Seaberg and Cary Grove. Number 5, Chris Shrimp from Prairie Ridge. Again, just like Brad Seaberg, same conference, gets his kids to play. He's won state titles. Prairie Ridge always comes to play. Samson Evans, he was a hell of a player. But again, Prairie Ridge, they come to play. And again, top to bottom, there is a level of responsibility and no egos. And that can be said for Prairie Ridge and Cary Grove. Number 4, Rob Zovnar of Lincoln Way East. I talked about him before. What he's done with that program is unbelievable, especially when I believe he was the second coach or first coach to start it when Lincoln Way East opened up. He's done a wonderful job with those kids. Yes, he has talent on the field, but just the way those kids to make responsibility, self-discipline, I'm impressed with Rob Zovnar. Number 3, Rick Arndt, Lena Winslow. What more can be said about the guy? Especially with that talent that he's able to groom on the field. The team plays like a 3-4-8 team almost. And again, it's against a tough NUIC conference. But Rick Arndt, he's a hell of a coach. And he deserves a lot more accolades than he gets. I know it's a small school. I keep hearing that. I can hear it in your heads. But Lena Winslow, Rick Arndt is a hell of a coach. Number 2, and I know I'm going to get a lot of hell for this one, Troy McAllister Phillips. Yes, they get the top tier talent in Chicago, but what he's able to do with those kids, the way he tutors and mentors those kids, and his coaching staff, with Coach Berry, Coach Panato, all those coaches just do a wonderful job for those kids, and you can't win just by talent alone and not do anything as a coach. That's the honest to God truth. You can't do it. I've seen it numerous times where they failed. Talented teams have failed, and Troy McAllister gets his team ready in a smart way and coaching way. And number 1, it's going to piss off people, and I know it's going to piss off people. To me, Derek Leonard. The guy is amazing. I've seen him coach practice. I've taken notes from him when I was coaching at Westmont. The guy is going to go down as one of the best coaches in the state of Illinois history. No doubt about it, probably within the next decade. The guy deserves all the respect in the world, especially learning from his dad, Ken Leonard. And again, Ken Leonard should be on this list. There should be Bradley Bourbonnais, the coach Mike Cole. He does a wonderful job. Bolingbrook, Coach Ivelo, who people think for some reason he's my dad. He's not my dad. Coach Buzzia, he's going to Indiana next year. Later this year. You can name a bunch of coaches. And I said St. Rita coach, Nazareth coach. I'm really impressed. A young coach, not a young coach, but a coach to keep an eye out for is the Lockport head coach. Who else? The Fenwick young coach Battaglia. He's going to be something special. Hopefully I got his last name correct. But the Fenwick coach, he's going to be something impressive at Fenwick. There's just overall good. Lynch of Mount Carmel, Jaws, the Montini coach. It's an abundance of great coaches, and I mean this with the bottom of my heart. We live in the golden age of coaches and high school coaches in Illinois. There's no gum-chewing douchebag from the 1990s that's going to say, I'm going to ruin your kid's life if he doesn't do the thing that I'm going to say, or all that BS. These coaches care about their kids. They care about their kids' health. This is literally the golden age of high school coaching, and I really do believe it. I believe that these coaches are great mentors and teachers with these kids. Really do live in the golden age of coaching in the state of Illinois. No doubt about it. All right. So let's piss off some people even more. And quick reminder again, this stream is for a fundraiser at 65%. Deep Dish Football Fundraiser. Be sure to click in the description, or you're watching a YouTube video, click on the bottom. If you like my work, feel free to leave a tip, a donation for the thing. Again, it's for a new computer, new camera, new microphone, and the whole shebang, because literally it's getting bad now. It's the age is starting to show up. You can see with the video, if I move my head a little bit, it's going to slowly jerk and everything else. But again, check it out. And again, if you can't donate, I completely understand. Please just help spread the word of Deep Dish Football and Coach Big Pete. Also, advisement sessions. I'm doing it for free. Recruiting advisement sessions with recruits and parents. If you want advice and want help with recruiting, it's absolutely free. My email is coachbigpete@gmail.com. All right. So let's piss off some people even more. Top 10 IHSA players of all time. Oh, yes. It's going to piss off a lot of people. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to start pissing off the Waukegan people first. Otto Graham is not on my list. I do apologize. Otto Graham is not on my list. Lettner from Fenwick is not on my list. I am sorry, Lettner is not on my list. Simeon Rice, he would probably be a number 12. But yeah. Let's go to the top 10 players of IHSA football of all time. From my perspective, don't throw gasoline. From my perspective, everyone's allowed to their perspective. We live in America, okay? All right. So, for my number 10 player, again, because of the rushing stats and his touchdowns. Number 10, Jarkedia Wright, St. Teresa Decatur. Second for all rushing yards and I believe touchdowns in IHSA. Jarkedia Wright is he's just a special player. He's playing at Iowa State now, if I'm not mistaken. Iowa State or Kansas? I'm sorry, but yes, he's new school. I do understand that. Number 9. Number 9 to me is Red Grange of Wheaton High School. Red Grange, the Iceman, aka the Iceman. Just from what he did at high school level, and just his ability to what he did for also university. I'm not putting anything in NFL wise or anything like that. But when I think Illinois high school football, and I think about players, one of the names that pops into my head is Red Grange. That's one of the names that pops into my head for Illinois high school football. And I know people aren't going to like that, but Red Grange is one of the names that pops in my head. Next, Ray Nitschke, Proviso East. Hell of a linebacker, but he didn't play linebacker. He played quarterback at Proviso East. All-time great athlete at Proviso East, one of the all-time athletes in Proviso East. I think it's awesome that back in the day, literally, every homecoming, when he was in the NFL and that, every homecoming, he would write a letter to his Proviso East Pirates to give him motivation in that. But Ray Nitschke, number 8 at Proviso East, athlete, quarterback. Number 7. Now this might make some people angry. You got an offensive lineman. How dare you? Number 7, Flozell Adams, offensive lineman, Proviso West. The dude was an absolute beast. He was an absolute beast the 2 years at Proviso West. He put people on their asses in that. And there's some great stories about Flozell Adams. There's some great stories from Flozell Adams about Proviso West. But Flozell Adams is number 7. Number 6. And this is a new school one. I know people are going to be angry about this. Tyler Hutchinson, Greenville quarterback, 2011, 2014, holds all the passing records in IHSA football history. He was unbelievable. Tyler Hutchinson, Greenville. Number 5. From my personal experience, I saw this guy play in the It was the North-South All-Star game. Ty Streets out of Thornton. The kid was an absolute beast. Ty Streets, I consider one of the top players in IHSA football history. Just what he was able to do and just make people miss, he was something special. Number 4, and this is a little bit before my time, but just hearing the legends. Kellen Winslow, not junior, Kellen Winslow Sr., East St. Louis. And he was a gamer at East St. Louis. Number 3, another new school kid. And this is gonna get some people angry. But he has all the rushing records, all the TD records. He's a hell of a player. He's in the NFL now. The NFL doesn't matter in these rankings, but what he did and the service we did as recruiting writers covering him was astronomical. We did a whole disservice to this guy. We did and it was a lot of recruiting writers that did the service to him, but James Robinson, Rockford Lutheran. He was a player. We knew he was a player, but we said no. But a lot of them said no because guess what? He played small school football, and that's absolute horseshit. That was absolute horseshit. He is the 3rd best player in the Illinois IHSA history. Number 2, Dick Buckus, Chicago Vocational, was an absolute terror. I believe 2-time high school All-American, if I'm not mistaken. Smack you on the ass, put you on the ass. Mr. Blood and Guts himself, Dick Buckus. Again, much respect to him. And my number 1 player that's going to piss everyone off, and I know it's going to piss everyone off, and I'm happy to say it because some of you Philadelphia Eagle fans are a bunch of assholes. My number 1 player in IHSA football history is Donovan McNabb. Oh, the hate's going to come from the Eagles fans if I have any Eagles fans watching. But Donovan McNabb, to me, is the number 1 player in IHSA of all time. And I know he got a lot of crap after his later years at the Philly and all that other crap. And he didn't help out certain people. He didn't help out Terrell Owens. And everyone's shitting on his legacy now. But you cannot doubt what he did at Mount Carmel was special. And him just being a special athlete. And again, these top 10 players, I guarantee you I should have put more defensive players in this list. I guarantee you I should put more defensive players in this list. But Kellen Winslow was just amazing at East St. Louis. From every story that I've heard about Kellen Winslow, it's just amazing. Tyler Hutchinson should have been talked about more from Greenville. James Robinson, again, huge disservice. Ray Nitschke. Some people don't even know that Ray Nitschke played in Illinois high school. Some people don't even know that. Jakar, you're right. Again, he's a new school player, but he is second of all records behind James Robinson. Flozell Adams. Some people don't even know he went to Illinois school. But again, that's Illinois school. If you're not a skill player, they really don't know that much. And he's an offensive lineman. But he was just impressive. And I could just talk about being around that area, being from there. I'm living in Westmount, but I'm originally from Forest Park. But especially hearing when I was graduating from high school, hearing about a Kyle Prater from Proviso East. Proviso West. I'm sorry, Kyle Prater went to Proviso West. Proviso East, the defensive back. I could talk about Ray Buchanan of Proviso East. He was a hell of a player. Otto Graham of Waukegan. I know I'm going to piss off a lot of people about that. If I'm not talking about that much about Otto Graham. You can talk about Deal from Brother Rice, offensive lineman. You can talk. Oh, name's going to kill me. Someone made mention to me on DM. What about J.J. McCarthy? A little too early right now. A little too early. I could have put Jordan Love. Jordan Love is a hell of a player. Jordan Love, literally, his name and jersey should be in the Raptors of Nazareth Academy. Mike Allstott. I should talk more about Mike Allstott. Jordan Lynch as a player. Should talk about him. Spack, the coach of Illinois State. He played for Rockford East, if I'm not mistaken. He was a hell of a player, too. yeah, there's just a lot of talent. And again, Illinois is a beef country. You got to put some of the big boys in that list, no doubt about it. All right. So we get to 3 more top 10 lists, and then we are done. So, my top 10 football movies. I like this one. Number 1, The Program. Yep, I'm that type of guy that watches The Program. I like The Program. It's a good movie. It tells a lot about camaraderie, difficulties, and everything else, especially with college coaches. I like The Program. Number 2, Any Given Sunday. Great speech by Al Pacino. Some of the funniest stuff. Great cinematography by Oliver Stone. But Any Given Sunday. Number 3, Friday Night Lights. What more can you say? I read the book before. And I don't read that many books, as you can tell from my speech patterns and my writing. I don't read that many books. But Friday Night Lights, to me, is one of the best movies, detailing that Permian football team and what they went through. And Boobie Miles. Number 4, Varsity Blues. I love Varsity Blues. I know it's a comedy, ha ha ha, but still a great movie. Number 5, Brian's Song. Brian's Song always, hey, I drop a tear and I'm a guy and I admit it. Brian's Song is number 5 on me. Number 6, All the Right Moves with Tom Cruise. And again, it sort of started that stereotype of the asshole high school coach. And but All the Right Moves to me is number 6. Number 7, The Express. With what happened in Syracuse and all that other stuff. It's a great movie. You have to see it. The Express. Number 8, Remember the Titans. Again, talking about the racial divide, 2 high schools merging. Just a great movie overall. Number 9, and this is going to be, it's a little bit, I know it's a rom-com, but number 9, Leatherheads. I like it because it talks about the old school professional football days, the take no prisoners attitude, the tricks of professional football when they were making shit money as a professional football player and they had to become professional wrestlers, miners, packers, meat packers, everything. Leatherheads at number 9. Number 10, and I'm not a big fan of Notre Dame, but number 10 is Rudy. And yes, Rudy was offsides. He was offsides, everyone. Rudy was offsides. That's a joke. So I don't get any hate from Notre Dame. But number 10 is Rudy. For my honorable mention, Draft Day with Kevin Costner. Not the movie, but the way people understand how GMs work, how private investigators work. I think Draft Day is a teaching moment, not because it's a rom-com type of stuff and all that other stuff. I think it's a teaching moment to show people, like, literally, the private investigating game is getting into football, especially in college football. North Dallas 40, honorable mention. That's an awesome movie. And my last movie for honorable mention, Waterboy, Bobby Boucher. That is the greatest movie. One of the top movies that I like. Not in my top 10, but Bobby Boucher and the Cajun coach reminds me a lot of the head coach of LSU now. It's just the way he talks. It's hilarious. And I can't make fun of my speech patterns, all my stuff. All right. Top 10 college coaches. We got 2 more lists. This is top 10 college coaches. All right. Number 10, because he's new, first-year head coach, Brett Bielema. Number 9, Elliott, Western Illinois. I think he's emerging. I like his coaching staff. He's doing a wonderful job. Number 8, they recruit Illinois a little sometimes, but I really like him. I like the message that he spreads. And just talking to high school coaches, they have a lot of faith in him. And it's Ellen of Indiana, head coach Ellen. Number 7, Hammock. He pulled out of NIU. He pulled a masterful signing class that no one will talk about, but was very impressive. I really like that he was able to get Aurora Christian, Ethan Hampton. Number 6, Nick Hill, SIU. I think he's going to go on to greener pastures. I think he's a MAC coach. He should be talked about more. for head coaching candidacy vacancies. But Nick Hill is a hell of a coach, and he does a great job of recruiting. Next one, this is his second year, Adam Cushing. He has built up a great trust with his time at Northwestern and now at Eastern Illinois. Adam Cushing is one of those is going to be a great coach, and he's following the SPOO architecture of Eastern Illinois football. He's getting those great recruiting classes now. He's spreading the word of Eastern Illinois football. But Cushing is at number 5. Okay, number 4, Kurt Mallory of Indiana State. And I tell this to everyone, he is a safe hire. He knows how to build a program. He knows how to do it in a very cleanly way. No BS, no crap. He's that guy that's perfect for public relations, hell of a recruiter, just a great man. Just a great man. You can, when you look him in his eyes, you can tell, you can see that he tells the truth. And all these guys, the one thing that's big with them is their honesty, their truthfulness, and their ability to talk to families and just lay down the truth. Number 3, Kirk Ferentz out of Iowa. Again, they have an Illinois pipeline, and they're going to have it for a long time. Just going back to the 60s, 50s, and all those stuff. But Kirk Ferentz is a straight shooter at number 3. Number 2, Brock Speck of Illinois State, Illinois boy up in Rockford, from Rockford. Again, another straight shooter of the parents. Brock Speck, number 2. And number 1, Pat Fitzgerald out of Northwestern. And Pat Fitzgerald, what more can you say? Just signed a new contract till 2030, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 2030, I'm not mistaken. He signed a new contract. He's there to stay. And every recruit that I've talked to, I'd say, not every, I'm sorry, 87, 88% of the recruits I've talked to have always said, do you have the Northwestern recruiting questionnaire? How do I follow the Northwestern coaches? What's Pat Fitzgerald's Twitter? He's a very trustworthy coach. Again, straight shooter, and he has to be at Northwestern. And very proud about the academics and tradition, a former Northwestern player and a former Carl Sandburg alumni. All right, this is the last list. Top 10 quarterbacks, class of 2022. This is going to piss off a lot of people. I know it's going to piss off. Again, ranking stars do not matter. Again, if you want to do a recruiting advisement session, it's absolutely free. Email me at coachbigpete@fp@gmail.com. Do it via Zoom or phone. Give me just let me know on coachbigpete@fp@gmail.com. That is my email if you have any questions. Or you can DM me via Twitter or Facebook or whatever for a private session. Also, one more thing I forgot. Again, Deep Dish Football Fundraiser, we're at 65%. Just got a $25 donation a couple hours ago. Make sure you check it out. If you can't, please help spread the word of Deep Dish Football. And again, recruiting is FREE, free. Do not pay for recruiting services. They are a scam. And do not pay for recruiting articles about yourself. I just saw some kids spend $25, $50. There was a kid 2 weeks ago spent $75 on a recruiting article. Do not pay for a recruiting article. Please, listen to me. Do not pay for a recruiting article. Do not. Just don't do it. Recruiting is free. Please understand that. All right. Top 10 quarterbacks, class 2022. Honorable mention. And again, I guarantee you these are going to change. I guarantee you a kid's going to grow an inch. A kid's going to lose 10 pounds, gain some speed on his 40. A kid's going to learn how to read a defense. It's going to change. I guarantee you that. So please understand. Top 10 quarterbacks for the class of 2022. All right. Honorable mention. He's an athlete as well. And I have some athletes that are quarterbacks too that are going to be athletes in college. That's the personal belief. Hayden Timazak out of Lockport, honorable mention, quarterback. 6'5", if I'm not mistaken. Great frame. Can fire that ball. Honorable mention, Kevin Zimmer. Still, I consider him one of the best quarterbacks in Illinois, but he's an honorable mention. Again, there's two athletes on this thing that are not going to play quarterback. He would be in the top 10. But Kevin Zimmer. Tyler Turner from Phillips. I really like this kid. I've seen him since he was like 13, 12. Hell of a player. Definitely 11, since he was 11. Definitely a player to look out for. Another one, small school kid out of Rockridge, Braden Dean. Quarterback. Again, very raw Braden Dean, but he is impressive. Really like his arm strength. And just his ability to drop that ball out of nowhere is just beautiful. He's definitely a player to keep an eye out for. All right, number 10 for the class of 2022 quarterbacks. Justin Kowak from Crystal Lake South. Small frame, but a big-time playmaker. Throws that ball where it needs to be. Saw a bunch of big plays, especially in tight windows. Number 9, Jamison Sheehan, Cary Grove. Again, offense doesn't show his really true talent, but he's got a great arm. Great attitude towards making a play. And I think, again, when you see more throws again in the weeks, these 6 weeks from him, I think he's going to shoot up in the rankings. Number 8, Aiden Piper, Nazareth Academy, transfer from St. Charles North. He's gonna get big numbers. Really like his ability to throw on the run, and like the way he reads defenses. Number 6, Rashad Rochelle, Springfield quarterback and athlete. The guy's a gamer. He's done a lot of stuff for his team. He's upset a lot of that Central State A coaching staff. He's a big-time playmaker. Number 5, you're not going to know about this kid, but he's a name to watch. Jack Leons from Niles West, 6'5", great mobile ability, great arm, but keep an eye out for Jack Leons from Niles West. Number 4, Keegan Glover, Benton High School. Keegan Glover, we talk about this numerous times. Small school, Central Southern Illinois, especially Southern Illinois, not getting enough respect. This kid is putting a name on his map. He's been impressive in his summer workouts. Keegan Glover from Benton. Remember that name. Number 3, Nathan Hayes, St. Charles East High School. Eastern Illinois offer. He's going to get more offers. I'm very impressed with this kid. Great maturity level, great arm, and an ability to make a play off of his feet. Keep an eye out for him. Number 2, Dontrell Jackson, Marist. Dontrell is going to do amazing things at Coastal Carolina. He's going to be an impressive name, and we're going to talk about him from years later on at Coastal Carolina. I think the kid's special. And number 1, my number 1 quarterback, Caden Cobb, Fenwick. Caden Cobb, to me, makes plays off of his feet. Great accuracy, great vision into the windows. I really love Caden Cobb. But again, there's a lot more quarterbacks in class of 2022 to keep an eye out for. I really like Aiden Voss from Julia Catholic. Keep an eye out for that name, Aiden Voss. Yes, it's Julia Catholic, but keep an eye out for Aiden Voss out of Julia Catholic. Again, make sure you follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. My email is coachbigpete@fp@gmail.com if you like my work again. Look at the Deep Dish Football Fundraiser. We're at 65%. Be sure to check it out. Advisement sessions, I do it for free with recruits and parents. Email me, and we'll set up a date via Zoom or phone at coachbigpete@fp@gmail.com. Everyone, please stay safe. It's snowing outside. Wear a mask. Clean your hands. Social distance, please. Let's get these kids to play football. And remember, my last thing that I'm going to tell everyone, I'm going to say this every day now. Every day. Recruiting is free. So, ladies and gentlemen, have a great day. Just a quick announcement. I will be at Throw It Deep next Sunday. And I plan to be at Next Level Athletics pretty soon, too, to check out their quarterbacks as well. And again, class of 2024, make sure I have your information. I need your information. Go to deepdishfootball.com. check out the recruiting questionnaire and fill it out. Thank you guys so much. Be safe out there. From me and my family to you and your family and everyone else. Be safe and have a lovely Sunday.